So right off the bat, every god is god level, which should consist of the following: Shin, Kibito, Kami, Dende, King Kai, Old Kai, Goasu, Zamasu, South Kai, North Kai, West Kai, Grand Supreme Kai, the Supreme Kai from the other universes, Beerus, the other gods of destruction, Whis, the other angels, Zeno, and the Grand Priest. Anybody similar in power to those previously mentioned should also be considered god level. To establish who that may be, I've put together a list of characters who should be on that tier of power, or at the very least scale to God Goku and Beerus from the first arc of Super. One last thing before we start, this isn't any particular order, and I'll be using a mixture of anime and manga feats. After the Super Saiyan God ritual, Goku went on to fight Beerus and impressed him so much that he let him live despite losing. Goku was able to absorb the God Ki into his base form, then went on to train with Whis, unlocking a multitude of transformations that greatly increased Goku's already God level power, until finally he achieved Ultra Instinct, which is one of the most powerful angel abilities in all of Dragon Ball. He tapped into it 4 times in the span of 48 minutes, and during the 4th time he mastered it. After the Tournament of Power, he trained to control Ultra Instinct, and now he can use the powers of Ultra Instinct in all his other forms, but it's at its strongest when he uses Mastered Ultra Instinct. Where this puts him in comparison to Beerus himself is unclear because of how often it's shown that he's not going all out. Vegeta should directly scale to Goku. Through training with Whis, he was able to obtain God Ki, and through further training with Goku, they are both able to obtain Super Saiyan Blue. Vegeta regularly trains with Goku and is considered his equal for a majority of the manga. I also think it's worth noting that the Oracle Fish tells Beerus that Goku and Vegeta will become his rivals in the manga. Gogeta and Vegeta were both fusions of Goku and Vegeta at their strongest points during both their appearances in the series. Not only that, but both fusions fought characters who completely eclipsed both Goku and Vegeta in strength in the beginning of Super. Gogeta Blue dominated Broly, who alone fought a stronger God Goku than the one who originally fought Beerus, and Vegito in both his iterations were more than a match for fused Zamasu. How strong Gogeta and Vegito are compared to each other is pretty irrelevant in this situation. 10+ years after Frieza was killed by Trunks, he was brought back to life again, and with 4 months of training he went from weaker than Android Saga Trunks to similar in power to Blue Goku, who at that point had already surpassed his previous Super Saiyan God power. And if that wasn't enough, he died and was brought back to life again, only to go to a time chamber on another planet and train for 10 years. But if you know anything about the time chamber, he spent the equivalent of 10 days inside. Once he was done, he one-shot Goku and Vegeta in their strongest forms. None of that sounds like it makes sense, but I guess Toyotaro needed a reason to keep making Frieza a threat. To be completely fair, both Goku and Vegeta were already weakened from their fight with Gas, and Gas was only minutes, if not seconds, away from dying. But in his limited time, he was still strong enough, if not stronger than Goku, Vegeta, and if you want, Granola too. My point being, had Frieza not been there, everyone else would have died. Whether you use the anime or the manga, Hit should still be God tier. In the anime, he pretty much beat Vegeta with no difficulty, and then he pushed Goku into using Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10. The manga, however, is a different story, because when Hit beat up Blue Vegeta, it was stated that both he and Goku can only use Super Saiyan Blue a few times a day at max, which Vegeta had already used previously in his fight with Cabba. So maybe had he not used Blue against Cabba, he might have beat Hit, but either way, Hit still was a similar power to God Goku and was able to let out his full power against Blue Goku. Though had Goku not given up the match, Hit would have lost. Black spent most of his arc stronger than Goku and Vegeta. He spent most of his battles abusing the Zenkai boost, especially after getting beat up by Vegeta. Before he decided to fuse with Zamasu, he became so powerful that not even he knew what he was doing. The version of himself in the manga isn't as notable. Vegeta was beating him after some training and switching from God to Blue every attack, which made Black fuse with Zamasu to win the fight. Zamasu became far stronger than everyone else just by fusing. In the anime, Zamasu was overpowering Goku and Vegeta until Goku stacked Kaioken on top of Blue to do any kind of damage. But right after, Zamasu got corrupted and became even stronger, resulting in his fight with Vegito Blue. And in that fight, Vegito hit him with a full power final Kamehameha, which Zamasu survived, only to be later on destroyed by Trunks. But in doing so resulted in Zamasu becoming one with the universe, and his power was felt all across time. The events in the manga went similarly, but he didn't show off the same strength feats in the end, and with either version, Zamasu still got erased by Zeno. Trunks is fairly inconsistent when it comes to the anime and the manga. When it came to the manga, Trunks wasn't strong enough to really help Goku and Vegeta. He mainly acted in more of a support role, but it's a completely different story when it came to the anime. By the end of the Goku Black arc, Trunks using Super Saiyan Rage and the combined power of like 24 people dealt fatal damage to fuse Zamasu. To put in context how insane that is, Kid Buu pushed back a spirit bomb containing the power of everyone on Earth. I think it's worth mentioning that while Trunks destroyed Zamasu's physical body, Zamasu still managed to evolve into Infinite Zamasu. But I don't think that takes anything away from Trunks' victory. Jiren surpassed his own God of Destruction and was a level higher than everyone else at the Tournament of Power, including Goku. In the anime, he was able to keep up with Ultra Instinct Goku, and when Goku unlocked his white-haired Ultra Instinct form, Jiren used his full power but still lost to Goku until Goku's body couldn't handle Ultra Instinct. And even while weakened, he was still strong enough to take on Goku, Frieza, and 17, forcing the previously mentioned two to forcefully push Jiren off the map, resulting in all three of them being eliminated. Manga Jiren had some better stats when it came to his battle with Goku. Using MUI, Goku had the strength advantage over Jiren, but unlike the anime, Jiren started adapting to Goku's Ultra Instinct, and then right afterward, Goku got knocked out of Ultra Instinct and Jiren still had more than enough power to fight him and Vegeta at the same time. During a majority of the Tournament of Power, Toppo fought and kept pace with Vegeta Blue, but in both the manga and the anime, Toppo ultimately lost when Vegeta used Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. It's also worth mentioning that he had the power by God of Destruction in the anime, but regardless, the result was the same. Dispo has much better feats in the anime than in the manga. In the anime, Dispo was overpowering Hit with his speed briefly until he started adapting to it and then went on to fight God Goku and was left behind to take on the tag team of Gohan and Golden Frieza, in which he was eliminated. Dispo hardly gets any screen time in the manga unless it's to fight fodder opponents or his basically off-screen fight with 17, which ended with Frieza eliminating him and Toppo at the same time. In her Berserk form in the anime, she was able to take on Goku Blue, and in her controlled Super Saiyan form, she fought God Goku alongside Caulifla. But while the both of them were pushing Goku back, they weren't strong enough to eliminate Goku, so they fused. In the manga, she was getting beat up by Frieza, and then he used his golden form when he decided to get serious, completely overwhelming Caulifla. Her anime counterpart has much better feats, as she, alongside Kale, fought God Goku. To be fair, Goku was tired from his previous battles, but Caulifla still put Goku on the defensive. During her appearance in the manga, Kefla fought Gohan to a draw, resulting in both of them being eliminated. The anime is where she gets her time to shine. In her base, she was overpowering Goku in his god form, and as a Super Saiyan, she had Goku Blue on the defensive. She was also strong enough to push Goku into Ultra Instinct, which he used to eliminate her. When 17 was reintroduced in Dragon Ball Super, his first display of strength was taking on Goku. However, this obviously differs from anime and manga. In the anime, 17 fought Goku while he was using Super Saiyan Blue, and while it should be clear that Goku was holding back, it's still impressive that 17 was able to keep up with Goku, especially since the last time we've seen him, he was weaker than First Form Cell. Something similar happened in the manga with Goku holding back, but in this instance, he used Super Saiyan 3 to defend himself, instead of jumping to Blue like the anime. If that wasn't enough, 17 was the main factor in Universe 7 using their combined power to push any Raza out the tournament. Universe 3's fighters fuse and are immediately defeated by Berserk Kale in the manga. The anime gives him much stronger feats, being so powerful that the entirety of what remained of Universe 7 had to use their full power to knock him out of the tournament. Broly consistently showed his god-level strength during his fight with Goku and Vegeta. In his Ikari form, he took on God Goku and Vegeta individually. Then as a Super Saiyan, took on both of them in their blue forms. Then he took on Gogeta and evolved into a full power Super Saiyan to take on Gogeta Blue. Then recently in Super's manga, Broly took on Gohan in his beast form, during which he learned how to control Super Saiyan without getting angry, putting him on god level with just Super Saiyan alone. Moro in his final form was more than enough to contend with Goku in Super Saiyan Blue, but it wasn't until Goku fought him with Ultra Instinct that he was getting overpowered. But when Moro got Ultra Instinct himself, he was said to be equal to Goku. Even though his body couldn't handle the sudden overflow of angelic power, he was still a threat to Goku at his strongest. After wishing to be the strongest warrior in the universe, he was able to take on both Goku and Vegeta respectively. He was strong enough to knock Goku out of the fight, but initially had a hard time fighting Vegeta in his Ultra Ego form. However, he was able to inflict more damage than Vegeta could handle and actually got stronger during his fight, and during his rematch with Vegeta, he was prepared to kill him and himself until Goku and Minato intervened. Gas fought Goku and Vegeta at their peaks. Even with the help of Granola, the three of them struggled to take him down. As a matter of fact, Goku and Vegeta, after being fully healed, still had a hard time beating Gas, even while he was still dying because he went crazy and didn't care about the damage he was taking. Had Frieza not showed up, Gas might have been able to kill Goku and Vegeta before he died. In his base form, Gohan took down Cell Max with relative ease. Cell Max himself was stated to be a threat not even Goku or Vegeta could handle alone. In his ultimate form, he fought Gamma 1, who alongside Gamma 2 was stated by Piccolo to be as strong as Goku and Vegeta respectively. But before I get into Gohan's best feat, I think I need to address the issue of Piccolo's statements. You see, the thing is, Goku and Vegeta haven't been on Earth since the Moro arc, during which both Gohan and Piccolo saw them at their strongest at the time. The problem with Piccolo's statements is that he wouldn't know how strong Goku and Vegeta have gotten since then. He wouldn't be able to sense their God Ki, and they've fought much stronger enemies since then. This leads me to believe that when Piccolo says the Gammas are as strong as they are, and that Cell Max is a threat they wouldn't be able to handle, I have to think that he's referring to Moro arc Goku and Vegeta, and not their post-superhero arc versions. Regardless though, by the end of the superhero arc, Gohan was strong enough to not only battle Goku at full power, but he also fought Broly, who should be stronger than the last time we've seen him, Goten and Trunks, and Vegeta consecutively, until finally everyone I just mentioned fought each other in an all-out brawl, which ended with everyone exhausting all of their energy. In the anime, Krillin did have a Kamehameha beam clash with Blue Goku. I think it's fair for everyone to assume he was heavily suppressing his power, probably to make Krillin feel better about his place in the tournament, but I'm not sure why he had to jump straight into Blue to do that for him, when he has multiple other transformations he could use, like Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan 2 for example. In the end, 18 kicked the Ki Blast away, but I'm still not sure why this had to happen in the anime in the first place, because nothing like this happens to Krillin ever again in the anime or in the manga. I don't think he belongs on this list at all, but I figured I'd bring it up because it's just stupid enough to mention. In his ultimate form, Piccolo was able to take one of the Gammas, who he said should be as strong as Goku and Vegeta. I've already addressed my issue with his statements previously, but any way you look at it, that should still put him on the level of those two. With his orange Piccolo form, he completely outmatched Gamma 2 after losing to him minutes earlier. And with this same transformation, he fought Cell Max, but he was too much for Piccolo to handle alone. However, at the end of the battle, he was still strong enough to subdue Cell, while Gohan charged and fired his own special beam cannon through Cell's head. At the end of the superhero arc in the manga, Goku was interested in seeing how strong Piccolo had become, which I think is worth noting, seeing as how he just finished fighting Gohan and everyone else at full power. Cell Max, as I previously mentioned, was said to be a threat that not even Goku or Vegeta could handle by themselves. Cell Max was initially not fully developed, so hypothetically, had he reached his full potential, he could probably be an enemy, not unlike Black Frieza. But as it stands now, he should be at least greater than Goku and Vegeta from the Moro arc. Gamma 1 and 2 should be similar in power, if not equal to Goku and Vegeta. Like I've already said, this should mean to a previous Goku and Vegeta. Gamma 2 specifically did some lasting damage to Cell Max, but it ultimately resulted in his death. Goten and Trunks did fight Super Saiyan Gohan, but once he started using more power, it was clear that they were outmatched as a duo. Had they done their fusion properly, it might have given them the proper edge to take on Gohan. In the case of Goten and Trunks, they only work best fighting together. They got another opportunity to shine when they fight Broly in the big fight with all the Saiyans, which, like I said earlier, ended with all participants exhausted with no power left. And to be fair, they did take on a much stronger Broly, but the chapter makes it seem as if everyone fought at max power. So they might have gotten stronger, or Super Saiyan Broly might be weaker than Gohan in his ultimate form. That should be it for all the characters. If you think somebody should be on this list that I missed, let me know in the comments below. Sorry this video took so long to come out, but hopefully my next upload won't take so long. I'm already working on some new stuff as of this video. Thank you to everyone who watched the video all the way to the end. I'll see you guys later. Bye.